Right. And good morning to everyone. You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. Yes, there has been a change. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. We've told you that we were under construction and we were doing some things, and they have come into flourish. We have a brand new look, brand new everything, brand new me. I want to talk about something before I begin our show, and it's called favor. A lot of people you hear, oh God, I bless you with the favor of the Lord. I bless you that you have favor. Oh, I got favor. Oh, I'm favored and I'm blessed and highly favored. And I dissected that this morning. It hit me. I was going to talk about something else, but I wanted to express what it meant to me. Favor is a process. Favor is a process that we go through in order to achieve the goal that God set out in our life. Favor, not meaning that we have the right to it or we have the privilege of, or it's our God given, it's my right to have it. No, no, there's a process. And that process that we have is it's going to be some rough roads ahead. God never promised me that it was going to be easy. That what's happening today is something that you're not going to experience. You're going to have opposition, not and even from people that love you and care for you. They want to see you do good. They don't want to see anybody mess up. I'm talking about favor, the favor that has people in their hearts and in their minds. They're not looking for payment. They're not looking to destroy you. They're not looking to put you under their feet. I said what I said. You come on in here. You need to come on in here because I'm talking about you too. Good morning. Let me stop that. I was supposed to be behaving, but I sent you the link. You make sure she gets that link, y'all. Good morning to Yvonne Moore and to our wonderful, wonderful crew. We got Mr. Lee. He's in the studio with us again. There's a lot going on, but let me finish what I'm saying. Favor, as some people even say, it ain't fair. I want to tell someone that means so much to this show how I feel. This is brand new. Tony Joy Production and Media, who, when I had nothing, zero, meaning no intro music, no graphics, no anything. I didn't have anything when I call and try to create something and we have potential clients and they're not ready for the advertising. And sometimes in creative productions, people that have creative minds, uh, they sometimes they're different than all of us. You know how we all are peculiar people? And y'all just give me a chance to say, I'm going to say what I have to say, of course. Hello to everybody. This woman put together not just the logo, not just the look, not just, and those are her creations that she's licensed and has on it. That those are the theme song was different. And then, when you have intellectual property and you have a copyright on something, you, you honor that person's work. You honor their work. And we decided I had after prayer and consideration to God, I'm gonna do what he said. He said, James, do it over again. What? Do it over again. Do it over again. Get yourself out of the way and do it over again. Do what over again? Change everything. I want everything new. Forgetting those things which are behind us. And we press, we push, we press, we go forward and do what we should do. And I had to let that be known because at the table that God prepared, he said he'll prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. I ain't got too many of them, but I got some darts that the devil tries to throw my way. And we've been on this radio station for almost 10 weeks. And we've been giving you our best. And all we've been doing is moving higher and higher and higher and higher. The new theme song, the new logo, the new drapes. You know how you do something and you clean your house up and you get some new stuff you want your stuff is going to be good. So I feel the same way about this morning's show. I want to say good morning to everybody. I ain't gonna preach. I said what I had to say. I want you all to, hello, Robin. Come on in here. Robin, where are you?
Good
I don't,
morning. Good
okay,
morning.
you said, let this man fuss and everything. I want to say good morning to everybody, all of those that are here. We got to do what we have to do here. And I know that WKRA 92.7 on our FM dial. I want to say good morning to my boss, Miss Audrey. I know she said, wow, that sounds good. Okay, yes, sounds good. And I want to bring the best thank you to James, our producer, that has come on and come on board. That's all I'm going to say right now. We're going to hear more from him. He's the producer. He put these things together along with some other parts of our staff. I won't reveal those things, but you ain't seen nothing yet. If you like our new sound, I want you to vote on it. I want you to say how you like it. And I want you to be able to tell us where we need to go, what we need to do in order to bring a wonderful broadcast to you. And we're going to have that information coming. Go on, Robin. Say good morning. I'm sorry. I talked and
It's
everything.
okay. It's okay. I was gonna cut you off. Good
I
morning.
know.
Good morning, WKRA 92.7 family. Good morning from all the way from Mississippi to the Shy. Good morning to you all. Good morning, Mr. Lee. Good morning. I said what I said, and I pass it on off to y'all. Good. Hello. Where my
Okay, is
panel?
everybody in? They
Let me
saying good
ask
morning.
for
They
Good
my
go.
morning.
panel.
Good
Good
morning. They go.
morning.
Good
I
morning,
said what I
everybody.
said.
Good morning.
Yeah, good
Okay.
morning, y'all.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good
We shocked
morning.
them all. See, they shocked them because of what they seeing, and we didn't spring. We did this on purpose because let me tell you something before y'all get into your panel. I said what I said has been with me a long time. And I'll say 7 of the 9 weeks have been consistent on this show. And her contribution to it is so lively. I like how they talk and communicate. And I wanted to do something without worrying for folks. Her and Lee are senior contributors to this morning show, a part of it. And you haven't heard much from her, but I wanted to say hello and all her peoples. You know, she ain't in the bushes or nothing like that. She's there, and she's blessed us and has been there from the beginning. And I just wanted to say she ain't gone nowhere. We just got to work out some technicalities. But I want to thank you. It was you and Tony Joy that really kind of kept things together, and I want to thank you for what you've done because you didn't have to do it. And I'm just glad that you're here. Now let me get on off of this thing and let y'all go ahead. Go ahead, Robin, with your panel this morning.
Well, no, go ahead with your local news and weather.
Well, first of all, let me tell you this. We have a break in the weather, and it has been really mild in this region that we live here in the Mid South. And one thing I want to say is this: get ready for some real decent, real mild weather today. And but please still be alert about the warnings that we give about warm weather. Even though it's not the middle of the day, it is going to get a little bit warm here. It's going to be partly sunny and warm here in the Mid South with the highs in the upper 80s. Light winds will be returning from the northeast. We're going to get a little breeze. Tonight, we'll have partly cloudy skies. It's going to be calm this evening and overnight. It's going to feel like fall near 70 degrees. That's going to really be good. Okay, sunny and warm Tuesday, and the high is going to hit back into the 90s. Remember, we're still in August, nearing 100. We might have maybe a heat warning, but anytime that the temperatures go above 90 degrees, we here at WKRA and at the McMahon Morning Show, we will make sure that you get those warnings, even wherever you are in your area. overall, it's going to be pretty nice, and it's going to be real good for August, though. But we're looking in Oxford. We got 74, 74 in Olive Branch in South Haven, and 74 degrees at WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial, Holly Springs, Mississippi, and also in the Memphis Shelby County general area that we broadcast our channel. All right, that's all I. Well, just maybe that ain't all that I something else. Wait a minute. Y'all tempting me today. See, because y'all got all kind of new gadgets and things like that. So I'm playing around here. Let me do this here. They let me play around with the controls a little bit. So y'all give me a little grace. And okay, I think
Well,
I
I
got it.
was gonna
I
ask
saw this
about
picture.
everybody's weekend. How's everybody's weekend? What did you do, James? Did y'all have a good weekend, Lee? I said what I said.
I ain't do nothing.
Weekend was
I ain't do
fabulous.
nothing.
You
I
do.
ain't do nothing. Well, no, I went to the congressional uh wait a minute. I went to the Congressional Black Caucus. Uh, I went to their annual meeting that they have, and yeah, it was nice. I met a lot of people, lot of congressional leaders.
Mhm.
Security was tight. It was really a wonderful opportunity. That was over in Tunica, Mississippi, over at the resort. I ain't gonna mention them because they ain't gave us no advertising money, but we were over there and I met some wonderful people. Chairman Benny Thompson, who is the head of the delegation here in Mississippi and the leading Democrat here, was the wonderful host. It was really wonderful. We have a also they're working on booking a young man that I think that everybody needs to listen to. His name is Yellow Pain. Is a young man that has some unique skills in hip hop and in rap, and he at his young age of 20 something is has encouraged young people to get out and vote, and it was really an interesting uh, really interesting meeting and everything. Robert, see, you got me talking. That's what I was doing, running around and doing things. We met some wonderful people. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. That's
I
okay.
ain't,
We want to know.
yeah,
We want to know. Was it
so I've
fun? I
been
mean,
busy.
yeah.
It was it was interesting to a point where I got a chance to see pre-convention. I got a chance to see the movers and the shakers, and to understand under a. It was real casual. Now, mind you, there was no press there. No press, not one, other than their own video people that recorded this meeting. No press was allowed. So I was
Awesome.
gracious enough to know some legislators and some people that allowed me to go as their guest. And I knew most of them. So I said, okay, hey, what's that? Hey, James, okay, whatever. And not whatever, but we talked. I made some contacts for us. We also was talking to Congressman Thompson, and he was telling us about what's happening here in the first congressional district of Mississippi that we should support the candidate and the nominee here. She's going to need some help, and you're going to hear about her a little bit later. But emphasizing that WKRA as a partner with this person to do everything that we can to help get the word out about the election, not the persons per se, but the elections. And we're going to do that to keep our community informed. It was a real good meeting. I didn't got no pictures or nothing because they didn't want you to be doing all that. So I didn't want to break no rules and no
Mm,
recorders or nothing. But I got
No, no,
accurate
you're good.
information that yeah, but I got accurate information. I can be a reporter without being a reporter, but all was well. Okay, all for me. Look at all these people, Lee and everybody. Y'all talk about their weekend like
I
I'm
am. I'm going
boring.
to off into their business too. Lee, what you do this weekend?
Nothing too special or ordinary. Just I work on the weekends sometimes.
Oh,
Um, that's about it, really.
that's
Just
about
work.
it.
That's
All right,
about
I
it.
said what I said. You get some fresh air, girl. What happened? What happened
I
this weekend? Y'all do anything?
I did. I actually had an eventful weekend. I actually watched the Olympics. I cleaned the house. I went shopping, and I did a little phone banking for Kamala Harris, calling
Okay.
people about the
Wow,
election.
y'all
And
just been
so
okay.
Yeah, that's my contribution to the election to try to help get her elected. And they asked me to do phone banking because I'm not gonna go knock on doors. I just don't feel like that's safe. But I
I don't
definitely call people.
blame you.
So that's what I did this weekend.
Well, I hit a couple of festivals. My daughter and I, we went out. They were doing some. Chicago has really done a lot to try to connect with other people here with a lot that's going on. So they had a couple of festivals this weekend. Me and my daughter hit up a couple of, what do you call those,
Okay.
markets? The y'all know what I'm talking about. The market, the where you go get the fresh veggies and stuff. That's a farmers market.
Farmers market.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we had a couple
What
of
you doing
farmers
over at the
markets.
farmers market? What you doing over
They
there? You
had it
cook?
down at the Daily Center. They have it at the Daily
Okay.
Center. But they've been having some huge festivals. I mean, it's the big stuff that's going on. So I wanted to kind of take advantage. It's the end of my daughter's summer. So we kind of wanted to spend
Yeah.
some time together. So
Yeah.
that's what I did.
Okay. We'd like
Uh,
to say, wait a minute, before you get started again, I want to say good morning to everybody in the chat. I didn't get a chance to say anything to you. That was my fault. And I said what I said. She said, she's been busy and politicking and Lee. When he say he's working on a master plan. He ain't told me about it yet, but I got a feeling he got something up his sleeve. Rob, I ain't even going to you, Robin. I don't even want to know or comment on you because you be doing so many things. It's something. But I want to say hello to our new chat members that are here. There's Amanda's here. I said what I said is greeting, and I'd like to say good morning to everybody, all of our friends. Yvonne Moore. See, Yvonne came out the bushes the other day because uh, Robin and I said what I said, and them was clowning. And see, y'all got to watch them two, them three rather. I stay out of the way. Me and Lee, we stay out of the way. But go ahead now. You got your
we
report
just
that you have to do, and
we
also,
just
well,
ask you all to bring it. If you're gonna bring it, bring it. So we brought Yvonne out the bushes. We had a great topic, and she was interested. She was interested.
mm, he is. All of y'all are. I ain't gonna say all that. Okay, so we moving up on the time. We're going to bring in Robin and the panel. Y'all stay together, and we're going to move to our first commercial break. I hope you all going to enjoy this new spectacular move that we made. If you like the music, if you like the new theme song, put some love in the chat. Y'all know what to do. Ones, loves. I don't know what y'all gonna put there, but somebody started and get busy, and we're gonna go to our first break. Come on, let's listen to this theme song just a little bit more, and let's go into the commercial.
It's 92.7 FM WKRA.
I am Black on November 5th, 2024. Attention citizens of Mississippi. Are you tired of not being heard? Are you tired of not having a voice? Then take your voice back. Vote Diane Black. Someone who will stand for you. Vote Diane Black. Someone who will fight for you. Vote Diane Black. Someone who cares for you. Vote Diane Black. Someone who will be there for you. Vote Diane Black on November 5th, 2024. Vote Diane Black to be your next U.S. representative of the 1st Congressional District of Mississippi. Vote Diane Black.
Paid for by Diane Black.
And what do y'all think about that, YouTube audience? and radio station WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. I want to hear from my station. I want to see if y'all like what we're producing. James, our producer, man, you came up with something there I didn't know. We want to thank the new congresswoman that's going to be in the first congressional district, Diane Black, who so graciously struck the match that's going to start this fire. And we're just happy to know that she's a part of our family. You haven't heard the last of her. Check out the music and check out the words everybody's saying. Everybody's throwing hearts up. Not enough of you. Well, not I'm gonna say I'm gonna take what I can get right now. But I hope y'all like that theme music that came out, and we're just glad. And how you like our commercials that are coming out. Like I said, there you have not seen the last of the creativity of the production department, and we're reaching out. I'm going to do this right now. I'm doing this one here. This is my thing. Y'all put this to me. Tony George Production. We're reaching out, y'all, to Tony to come on in, and we're going to do some work together. She is very much a part of us, and never forget family. But James, our producer in our online department, and he runs that for us, put together that wonderful presentation for Miss Black and Congresswoman Black Future. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. And I just got to throw my hats off to our staff behind the scenes that made this happen. You haven't seen anything yet. It is going to be something to behold. All right, go ahead, Robin, and you all and the panel is there. Y'all give y'all comments about everything. Y'all come on in and let's talk about it. How about that? We're gonna talk about it. Oh, look out now! Look out! I see James is in the chat. Okay, go ahead, Robin. You got it. You're on.
All right. National news and world news. Former president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, refuses to relinquish power to Madam President Maria Corona Machado. According to CNN News, voting results were released, and sure enough, Madam President Maria Machado won. She's now been forced into hiding due to threats on her life from Maduro. We ask that you guys pray for her safety, and I don't know. This is crazy. He hid the results. He wasn't happy with the results, so we knew she won. Let her run her country. But she's in hiding, guys. So pray for her. In U.S. news, Vice President Harris, she's gaining momentum, guys. According to the economist.com, currently Vice President Harris is leading at 47.5 versus Trump's 45.7. This race is far from over, guys. Trump rallied on Friday in Montana with more false claims about the Harris administration, from like policy to gender to even having a larger crowd than the Martin Luther King. Yeah, it never ends. So while he's whining, Vice President Harris has been focused on getting the message out that there will be change. She talks about the need for changes at the border. She's not running away from it, guys. She's reminding us that it was Trump who stopped the bipartisan bill and has promised in previous rallies that the bill would be signed into law when she becomes president. As he continues to attack personally, she continues to push back on his failures of policy and law. Now, we've got 85 days left, guys. I've put up a lot of information in the past week that I've been here. You guys have some decisions to make. I can't wait for the DNC next week. I think it's going to be monumental. I'm definitely excited, okay? In Olympic news, as we wrap up the Olympics, we here at WKRA 92.7 want to congratulate the entire Team USA for all of their efforts at reaching their goals. With the climate of the world, you guys made us proud to be Americans. In another Olympic news, American sprinter Noah Lyles wore a protective mask Friday while accepting his bronze medal in the 200 meter. According to ESPN, Lyles tested positive for COVID-19 on Tuesday and finished third in Thursday's final behind Botswana's Leslie Tibogo, and I always mess this guy's name up, American teammate Kenneth, I'm going to try it, Betnarek. There we go, Betnarek. Lyle
So
sported a black.
he had COVID. He had COVID and
He,
was competing.
he tested for COVID on Tuesday, according to Olympic officials. It was up to him. It was up to him. And he pulled a bronze out of that. I saw him gasping for air. Yep. So Lyle sported a black N95 mask while wearing a blue tracksuit during the medal ceremony. He did a lap around the track, waving to fans, but kept his distance from Tobago and Betnarek. Also in Olympic news, this poor baby here, I'd be so mad. According to USA Today, Jordan Childs has been stripped of her bronze medal. As Gymnastics Federation reinstates her initial score, Jordan Childs has to return the bronze medal she won in the floor exercise during the 2024 Paris Olympics. The Court of Arbitration for the sport ruled Saturday that the judging panel at the women's floor exercise final was improperly granted an inquiry that increased Child's score and moved her into the
Wow.
bronze medal position. Yes.
Wait a minute. Because of her opinion or
No,
whatever
no,
her
no.
judgment, she's a judge.
No, no,
Okay,
no.
help me out.
Her coach challenged her score, but she challenged it 4 seconds after the initial, you have like a 1 minute deadline to request. So she missed it by I think 1 second or 1 minute. So they pushed back and they went back and reviewed. And as of, appeal, they submitted the appeal. As a result, the CAS said that the American gymnast should have received a score of 13.666 in the event that would have placed her fifth, just shy of the Olympic podium. Now, the International Gymnastics Federation, which governs the sport, confirmed in a statement later Saturday that Child's score had been reinstated and Romania's Anna Barbosu, I messed these names up, Barbosu, who scored a 13.7, has been moved back into third place. I would be angry. Now, it remains clear what all of this means. Childs, now must give back the bronze medal. Spokesperson for the Federal Olympics Federation said that reallocation of medals is the responsibility of the IOC. So they have reached out to the IOC for comment, and no comment as of yet. Okay. So that is my
Okay.
national news. I think that's sad. Really, I do. But it's like she'll get over it. She'll get over it. She'll make it.
Well, well, we're. I mean, they're acceptable. I mean, my thing is, what steps can? I mean, what can we do to continue to celebrate our wonderful Olympic team that did great? I think they China and the United States tied for the most gold medals at this Olympics at 40, I think. And it's just interesting to see how they're doing great. I just enjoyed Simone Biles, though. I really did. I mean, I think and she's getting ready to give a great contribution to the Harris campaign. I'm working on that to see if we can get some more details about that. That we'll bring it up later in the week. But also, I wanted to say, Robin, great job, of course, as usual.
Thank
Uh,
you. Thank
Yvonne
you.
reminded us and let us know that we are that the fella had COVID. He was sick. You said he was sick, so we ain't gonna.
He
I ain't gonna
was
dwell on him.
extremely sick. He was gasping for air. You should have seen him. So to pull a bronze out of that, awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. So we have our panelists still here with Robin, and they're going to go into their discussions for the morning. that we're going into. You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. This is the Mac Man Show. Yes, the Mac Man Show, the Mac Man Morning Show. You're going to hear more about us as we go through our day, and you look for us on our social media. They're trying to get me in place. Everybody else got Instagram and all the things. I don't fool with them, but yeah, right. Uh, I'm coming into the 21st century. Lee even laughs at me like, man, you need to get yourself together. Okay, at this time, we're just going to go ahead and go into our morning. Go ahead with your discussion panel, and Robin, y'all go ahead with your
Okay,
discussion.
topic of the day. I want you guys to listen to a clip. Over the weekend, I was doing some research and I came across something. Now get ready to clutch your pearls. Get ready. I just want you to listen.
Who their likely nominee was going to be on the other side since June, which is the way it normally happens. I mean, they've been cut short a bit on their Oppo research opportunities and so on. But having said that, she's the vice president. So they already have some Oppo research on her. And we knew that Joe Biden was infirm. So I'm sure they've been doing their homework on her. This stuff has been in the rumor mill for a while. But I think longer's better when the candidate's weak, and she's weak. And look, we haven't even gotten into what's about to come down on Kamala Harris. People are going to say that you're slut shaming and all that stuff. I don't care. She slept her way to the top. That's what happened.
You guys okay? Are you still breathing?
Yeah, somewhat. You got a panel, so I'll let the panel handle it. Go ahead, panel. Y'all do what y'all.
So that was the great Megyn Kelly of Megyn Kelly podcast, stating that Vice President Harris slept her way to the top of all of her positions. So I want to know from the panel, number one, is this acceptable behavior? Should we be accepting this? And number two, what steps can we take in Black culture, men and women, to push back on this type of behavior? I want to hear from you in the comments. I want to hear from the panel. Let's get into it and let's talk about it.
Wow. You right. I am clutching your pearls. Yes, ma'am. I'm clutching my pearls, my diamonds, my gold, all of it. I can't believe Megyn Kelly is. Well, I can't believe that she's saying something like this because, what do we expect from the other side? They have nothing else. So they're trying to find anything to slam her with. When Trump was running, he talked about Megyn Kelly, and he was very inappropriate what he said about her. And I just don't understand these Republicans. They'll allow him to attack them and belittle them. He say whatever he want to say about them, and for whatever reason, they still want to support him because they have a R, because of their political affiliations. And I don't understand why they just continue to support somebody that's he's just foul all the way around. And I just want to hit on this Maduro. Maduro is his idol. And that's really what he wants for this country. If he actually ever get back in office, that's what he's going to do. He's not going to ever leave like Maduro is trying not to leave. But Megyn Kelly, she's just trying to get some publicity because nobody's really talking about her anymore. Ever since she left Fox, it kind of downgraded her. So she tried to throw punches at anything and anybody that she can throw punches at. And I just think it's very disgraceful for her to get up there and say that. But let's keep it real. Even if she did sleep to the top, it is nothing new under the sun. A lot of them slept their way to the top, but I don't believe Kamala slept her way to the top. This lady has so many, she have credentials. She's been to college. She's been the attorney general for the biggest state in the United States. She was a prosecutor, and she's now the vice president. She's actually went higher than most women in America, and I just think they can't handle it.
Period.
I want to say something real quick if I can chime in. Yvonne ain't got no kind of sense, y'all. She ain't got no kind of sense. She says more than likely Megan Kelly needs a red ID. No, I tried to tell y'all ahead of time that some people's, but she's all right with me. Y'all go ahead. I'm shutting up now.
Lee, you got anything?
Well, I would say we should be used to this as black people. As minorities, we should be used to people talking about us behind our backs, in front of our face, lying about us. And we can't take this serious every time someone tells a lie. I mean, she's mudslinging. They're desperate. When you got to bring up something like that and then later say, well, we're going to post it. We're going to. You don't have any proof. Yeah. And you know what? How many men just sleep around? Not to say absolutely, I don't believe it. But if we're going to say this and she's going to put that out there and everything. I mean, sex is happening everywhere. Maybe
Mhm.
not for a
It's
game,
part of life.
but
Yeah.
it's happening. So for her, she doesn't need. Listen, the woman is extraordinarily intelligent. For people to say she's sleeping to the top, she don't have to. That's for an idiot. That's for someone
Exactly.
without any gifts whatsoever, any talents, any skills. They sleep to the top. When you have that kind of ability, like President Obama, did he sleep to the top?
Of course
Nobody's
not.
saying anything. I don't
Of
hear any
course not.
noise. See, and that's the thing is that this woman she stands on her merits. And when you got people such as that woman, I won't mention her name, starts with a K. When she says things like that, she is desperate. She's desperate to bring some kind of attention, some slow down the momentum. So she'll throw that out there and hope that women say, "Oh man, no, it's gossip. It's not even gossip. It's innuendo. It's mudslinging at a desperate high level." That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Let me
Okay.
just say this to Lee. First of all, Sky News is your source, Robin, that you pulled this from.
Yes.
I believe that's an extension of Fox News because they're in Australia. And I've noticed when I really don't watch their news, but I do notice that they do a lot of conspiracy theories like Fox News does. And I've also, too, uh, wasn't Megan, didn't she sue Roger Ailes from Fox for harassment, sexual
Hello.
harassment? So I feel
Hello.
like it's a little.
Yes,
I
she
feel like
did.
this is a little bit of projection, is what she's basically saying. She's just like Trump. Whatever happens to them, whatever they are, then they try to project that on the other side. So I really feel like her statement is really a little projection, and really, homegirl, you slept to the top to get you the one who slept to the top to get top of Fox, and then you call foul on the play and and then you sued them. So this is projection, in my opinion.
Okay. Which brings me to my next question. What steps can we take to push back on this type of behavior? Do we call them out? Do we sit down and explain to them that this is not acceptable behavior? What do we do?
Oh, you can't address every idiot that says something about you, or you'll spend more time addressing the fool than you are addressing the issue. So she keeps doing what she's doing, speaking about the issues. Let him sling the mud. Don't get down in the trenches with him, and she will be fine.
Okay, I agree. Next question. Want to change the subject just a little bit, and I really want to focus on women, and I really want to focus on. I said what I said. So you and I, we have worked probably our behinds off. We have gone to work, and we have not been supported. We've been looked over for jobs. I said what I said. So my question is: in your journey of employment, do you feel supported by your white women colleagues?
No, they're actually jealous. They're they have the same opinion that she has. How did you get there? And in actuality, as a black woman or a black person, whether it's man or woman. We have to be 10 times better than our white colleagues to even order to get to the top. And sometimes, we'll make it to the top. And just like they said, yeah, because of DEI, they'll put one black person on the top, um, just to make it look good, to make it look like um, corporations do it all the time to make it look like they're supporting the black community. But in actuality, you can get to the top, but you can get almost to the top, but you're not going to actually be the top. It's very rarely that we actually make it all the way to the top. And if we do make it there, we don't have support of our white colleagues, and sometimes not even the black colleagues because of jealousy. Um, and you can work yourself to the you can work your fingers to the bone and have all the accolades that you need to make it to the top, and you still not good enough. Look at Barack Obama. He was one of the most consequential, smartest presidents that we've ever encountered, and they're still trying to pull him down and pull him back. And the same as Miss Harris. If she make it to the top, the racism is gonna get worse, just like it did with Obama. And they're losing power and they don't like it. And we just have to keep moving on. We have to keep marching on. And we can't worry about what people say.
Okay. Well, for me, in my journey of employment, I will say as an employee, I never felt supported. As a manager, I always felt like, believe it or not, I was sticking up for my white counterparts and my Latina counterparts. Believe it or not, I am the biggest mouth in the room. And I didn't understand what I will say is corporate protocol. Anyone that knows me, if I feel like you are disrespectful to anyone, I'm going to call you out on it. And that, I think, was one of my biggest takeaways of not wanting to be a part of corporate America. I can't sit and watch you talk about my sister or my brother being white or being black. I can't let you sit and just diminish them like that and they not stand up for themselves. So I left corporate America quick because of my mouth.
Well, anything that we say or do, we're labeled as an angry black woman.
Yes.
Because of, the way that we expresses ourselves.
Yes.
And like you said, if you have a big mouth or if you have something to say, just like my name, I said what I said, I had the same problem. A lot of times too, when they feel like you know too much, then they like to belittle you.
Okay.
If you are in charge, then like I said, not just our white colleagues, even some of our sisters, everybody want to put you down because of the work that you put in, and a lot of times when you make it to the top, it's not easy. You don't just make it to the top. It's a lot of work that's
It's a
behind
lot of
that.
work.
Yeah, it's a
of
lot
I
of
would
work.
say,
And so people don't want to recognize you for the hard work and effort that you put in.
yeah, I would say, this this D, I can't remember the initials. We're talking about that, talking about hiring because it's a special hire. It has no merit when you get to that position. But here's the thing: what we should be looking at is that we have been okay. Look at this as though it's a race. It's been an Olympics. Look at this has been Olympics. Gun goes off. We are held back, and they start running. Then they wait 2 centuries. Then the gun goes off for us. Now we're way behind. And every time we get a hire, we get in a position, they say, oh, it's because you're black. It should be because we've been held back. We have been not allowed to compete. We've been not allowed to participate. When you've been held out, and then all of a sudden they come up with some sense. Oh, you here because you're black. No, I'm behind because I'm black.
Because I'm
I'm not
black.
successful because I'm not black. Because you're using my blackness, you held me back. Now you mad because Actually, I'm catching up. You got to complain because now I'm catching up, and that's what it is. We shouldn't think about, oh, we're here because we're DA hire, we're special hire. We haven't been a hire for 2 centuries. Now, now the gun has gone off for us, and now we questioning what they're saying.
Yeah.
Are we really qualified? We've been qualified for 200 years, but we
We've been
haven't
qualified.
been allowed to participate. Look at okay,
Right.
I'll give you another example real quick. Look at the baseball when they had Jackie Robinson. Actually, they had somebody before Jackie Robinson actually go into baseball, and they have a Hall of Fame that's not even legit because we haven't been able to participate. But they call it a Hall of Fame. I mean, the things that they say and we accept. We gotta speak out about it. We haven't been allowed to participate. So all this thing about we're specially hired and we didn't deserve it. We didn't deserve to be kept out. We
Yeah.
didn't we didn't deserve to be kept back, not allowed to do we're not allowed to live in certain neighborhoods for 100 years, hundreds of years. And now
So
they mad because go ahead.
go ahead. No, no, go ahead. Finish.
No, no. I'm saying because the things that we've been held out of, and because we make a little tiny minuscule part of a progress, they say, "Oh no, look at them! They're catching up. They're trying to make some progress," and they're alarmed by that. This is
Let,
insanity.
let me say something about that, Lee. Don't forget about the intellectual properties that's been stolen from all
Yes,
the black people that invented a lot of things in America that they don't get credit for.
no
Um,
question.
and keep in mind, we didn't know how to read and write, but who built America?
Hmm.
It was against the
Who
law for
who
us to
made
read and write.
who made the economy? Because if it wasn't for slaves, then a lot of these farmers wouldn't even be able to grow their crop. They wouldn't be able to make it. And so they've always made money off the back of black people, but they don't want to ever give us credit. And because we wasn't educated enough to take credit for the things that were invented, then we invent the stuff, they still be intellectual property, and then they get rich off of it. And so
And they're
um,
still getting rich.
yeah, and they're still making money off of things that we've built, but they never want to talk about reparations. And I don't really care about reparations because I don't ever feel like that's gonna
Yes. Every
come
country,
to fruition.
every
Yeah, that's never gonna come. But in actuality, they owe us, and we don't even. A lot of people don't even think about that. Most black people are just trying to make it, and so all we're not asking for a handout. We're just asking for
Support.
recognition and
Support.
support so that we can get a hand up.
listen,
Well,
we should be
this is
trying to
very
get what's out. And the thing is that don't be ashamed or embarrassed about reparations. Here's the thing: when you've been held out and you've been raped and murdered and killed and castrated, and we're talking about, oh, let's not talk about reparations. What all minorities other than the black African Americans, such as us, haven't received. They have received reparations. Japanese received reparations. The Jews have received reparations. Even American Indians have received reparations. So we're talking about something that's happened before for every other race but us.
when
So
we
so they
come
can
back.
take.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, no. I'm just
All
saying
right.
that we have to look at history and look at how we was treated in history and we treated to this present day. And we feel like they got us thinking that we should be ashamed for asking for something that's ours, demanding something that's ours, not saying, well, we don't want a handout, we don't want. It's never a handout. They couldn't give us enough to make up for what we lost.
All right.
I'm
Hold
just
that
saying.
thought, Lee. Hold that thought, Lee. When we come back, we will continue the conversation. I think it's a hot topic. But for now, WKRA 92.7 FM. Let's go to break. And when we come back, let's talk.
You better tune in quick or you might just miss the best show this side of the sea. It's the Mack Show. It's
Hey, y'all, listen. Red's Old Time Blues Festival. Yes, this is the kickoff to the Blues Festival season in the great state of Mississippi. You're going to miss a treat. Take that Amtrak Chicago, come all the way, get off into the Delta, Marsh, Mississippi down there. Y'all can get off there. You can get your point of interest. But let me tell you about this here Red's Old Timers Blues Festival 2024 at MLK Park and Stage on August 31st. Yes, at the end of the month. And they're going to start at 10 o'clock. You know, the produced and brought by Red's Blues Lounge. Red's Blues Lounge, 398 Sunflower Avenue in the great town of Clarksdale, Mississippi. And you'll be able to hear Charlie Musselwhite. Yeah, Otis Taylor is going to be there, Miss Gladys. And there's a lot of other entertainers that will be thrilling your soul, kicking off this wonderful, wonderful season down there. Don't forget Red's Blues Lounge. Red's Blues Lounge on 398 Sunflower Avenue in Clarksdale, Mississippi. We see you there. I don't know. I might have to get me a hat or something. I don't know what the weather's going to be like or whatever, but we are just glad to have the opportunity to spend with Big Red. Big Red, Little Red took care of us here at WKRA and at the morning show that we have here, the Max Man Morning Show. He's a proud contributor to us, and we're grateful for him. Listen, let me just do a little house cleaning before we bring our panel back. You're listening to WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. You're listening to the Mac Man Morning Show. Yeah, the Mac Man is here. I'm James Mack, your man on the street, your man on the street. But this is the Mac Man Morning Show. If you like what you have been listening to, and you like our new look, especially those that are out there on our YouTube audience and on our stream service here that we have, we want you to let us know. We're going to have everything up and jumping. James and our crew are behind the scenes doing things, getting ad contracts, doing this, doing that. And we're just busy doing what we do here at the MacMan Morning Show. I like that tune. And if you like what we have, we ask that you vote on it, y'all. You can vote on it. You give yourself a hand. See, I had to bring my own hand clappers because, y'all be in the bushes and everything. They said, don't talk about the bushes. Don't talk about the bushes. Okay, I'm going to talk about the bushes. But I want to say hello to Alice and to everyone that's here, our wonderful panel that we have. Listen, we got a great panel of contributors, senior contributors to the show. Everybody can't be no contributor and commentator on the MacMan Morning Show. You got to have your stuff together. And I think that Robin has, as moderator, and all of them, Lee and everybody, I said what I said, and all of them that are here, you're going to hear more about what they bring to the table to give you information and inspiration here on the MacMan Morning Show. I got to get used to that. I started to say something else, but I better leave that alone. Now, listen, we got our panelists back. I said what I said. We got Brother Lee, and we have our moderator, our correspondent extraordinaire, all those other things that they do. Robin's going to take over, and we're going to continue with our program.
All righty. So just to reiterate, we were here talking about, do we feel supported in the workplace by our white women colleagues? So I did some research, came across an MSNBC article, but I did some additional digging. So I found a book that focuses on the workplace, white women. Authors Ella Bell Smith and Stella Nomo wrote Our Separate Ways, Black and White Women and the Struggle for Professional Identity. Now, it was written about 20 years ago. They were focusing on fighting systemic racism and gender bias in the workplace. Now, I took a look at it because it's been rewritten 20 years later, and nope, not much has changed from what they're talking about back then. White women, when it came to supporting Black women, they were blackballed. They were forced to ally with their male counterparts in order to stay afloat. So these women have written a book 20 years later, they've rewritten it, asking white women to not only champion with Black and brown women, but to become co conspirators against the injustice that's happening in the workplace, gender bias, race. Um, they're asking women to push back, and it takes a collective effort. It does take a collective effort. I just want to give you guys some facts from what I looked at in 2001. Listen at this, guys. There were only 6 women that headed CEO companies. None were Black. 500 Fortune 500 companies, 6. In 2024, as of June, there are only 52, and 2 women are Black. We got work to do. We have so much work to do. It's just I don't know. I don't know about the workplace anymore because I became an entrepreneur, but I pray for those women out there. I pray for all of us, really. Um, it's a dog eat dog world. It's a dog eat dog world, and I really feel like it is. We got work to do. That's all I can say. That's my final thought on that. Any other
I
comments?
I have some thoughts on that, Robin, and thank you for those stats because that's exactly what I was speaking of a while ago. Women have
Yeah.
come, just because white women have had a little bit more opportunity. I really want to thank Mr. Trump because he kind of peeled everything back, and now you see a coalition of women, all women, working together now because white women had to learn the hard way that they're no better than Black women. And with him stripping away the rights of everybody, it kind of made it made all the women come together. So now you have white women, black, green, purple, orange, and yellow. Everybody is pulling together because of the rights that's being stripped from us. And it took him to open up their eyes to let them know that they're not as head as they think they are. They thought that they were, one step above us. And when he got in office, he showed everybody that all women are looked upon as the same. You need to be at home, having babies and doing, that's what make America great again mean. It means that you need to go back home and sit down and get out the workplace. And so I appreciate him because he opened the eyes up for everybody and he's got everybody fired up and ready. But yeah, white women felt like that they were above us. And just with those stats that you just gave us, that let us know you're not as far ahead as you thought you were. And so I do hope that the next generation can get a little bit further than what our generation was able to go get. But yeah, there's a lot of work to do, and it's a lot of action that needs to be done in order for women to even uh, to even compete in the workforce because unfortunately white men think that this is their country and this is their world and everybody need to bow down to them. That's their attitude in my opinion.
Well, as of October the 3rd, 2023, 2 Black women serve as CEOs. Yvonne mentioned one of them. She's correct. Let's see. She is Thasonda Brown Duckett. She is the CEO of TIAA. And Tony Towns Whitley of SAIC are your only 2 African American CEOs leading companies. I'm
Right.
so grateful to be an entrepreneur. I'm grateful. I don't experience a lot of things that the average everyday employee experiences. I pray for them. I pray for them. Let's see, and that's Have you guys ever seen it in the workplace when you guys were working? Lee, James, chime in. Do you guys see
Well,
the
yes,
discrimination
yeah,
for
yes, I
women?
do. I get challenged from time to time. Uh, I get challenged. I have to say that recently I have been challenged. Maybe a couple of weeks ago, a woman that believed that she was special uh, brought something to me that was not true, and I had to ask her face to face. I said, "Are you coming for me?" And she said, "Oh no, Lee, I'm not coming." I said, "It feels like you're coming for me," and so you have to nip it in the bud. Actually, I do respect a lot of things that you women are doing to elevate women in the workforce. But let me say this: the women's movement has always helped white women before they got to the black women. And that women's movement has elevated them, gave them the right to vote. And then our vote was challenged. The Civil Rights Act, the Voters' Rights Act. We had to go above and beyond to get our right to vote. And they got their right to vote in 1920, if I'm not mistaken, in 1920.
And I
They got their
never
right
saw
to.
them support. I never saw them support us, really.
And see,
Am I
that's the thing.
wrong?
Every time we march for them, they get elevated, and white women get elevated, and the sisters get held back. So
Absolutely.
we have to understand when they ask for our help, what is in it for us? What is in it for the black sister? What's in it for 'em? Because when you see somebody like Harris, Miss Harris, VP
Kamala.
Harris,
Kamala.
when Kamala Harris, when you see her get there and she's where she is, it will show the kids and it show everyone, because when President Obama got in that office, it gave kids, young people, old people, they would say, "Damn, it's a possibility that things can change and things can." We have to keep kicking in the door. One kick doesn't get it in. We got one president. They had 44. See, we said, "Dad, we made it." No, they've had 44 chances to make it, and we had one. We got to continue to kick the door. We got to continue to do this, and that's what I think. That's what I think. I think we have to continue to and not take that one for granted and say, "Look at it," and they'll tell you, "You got one black president. Why are you complaining?" I say, "Well, because you have 44." You know, so that's the thing. Don't look at the one. Look at their 44. So I just had to say that, and I'll let you.
I like to piggyback on what he said. If I can, Robin, if you let me, or do
Yes,
I
I'd
have
like to know. What have
it?
you experienced looking
It
at
was,
us
it
in the
was,
workplace?
it was for me. It was more reversal of that. I had the opportunity to step into some positions that kind of surprised them that you had the ability to do it. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, they call me. My name is James. They call me Jim. Wow, Jim, you do such. I'm not mocking nobody, but that's the way the man was talking. And you do great job. And oh man, we just and then you get the reversal of I'll prime you up to get your information, how you do it, what you do, how do you attract yourself to this position that you have, and people like you and dealing business with you. That's the problem that I had. Another thing I like to say, even about gentlemen, I'm guilty of this. God knows I'm guilty of this, of procrastination. Yep, I said it. All of you, Robin, everybody, I said what I said. Yvonne and
I
Alice and
wasn't
all of
going to
you all
say
heard
anything.
me say this on this historic day that, yeah, it's me. It's me sometimes that get me in trouble. Okay, it's me sometimes that with the ambition that you have a sense of euphoria. It's exciting to me to know that I'm moving forward in what I'm doing. Okay, now we have to deal with. You got to deal with James now. Okay, where is he going? What is he trying to do? What is he trying to project? And I have not had, I had more opportunities than I had setbacks. I've had great opportunities to creep in and to go into places, not creep in, I don't like that word, but to get, they opened up the door and I got it myself. James Brown's song, I will never forget as a youth. Lee played this on the Magnavox stereo that looked like a casket. Y'all know those big stereos y'all used to get. Everybody had one in their house that looked like it. It looked like at night it looked like a casket. Um, and it had sliding face on the thing you had to open up. But anyway, it says, "Open up the door, I'll get it myself." He said, "I don't want nobody giving me nothing. If you just open up the door, I guarantee you, once I get in there, I'm in there." Now, that's where I am with that. Now, yeah, I've experienced racism here.
Mm,
I've
mm,
experienced it here when I first got here in the Mid South area. I was somewhere else making some money or doing what I was doing. But God had another plan, and He brought me here through Ida. You know, okay, I had to holler at you, Miss Ida. You know where I'm coming from. And I ended up here. And not to drag a horse down the line, I experienced more racism here, blatant outrage. I have, trust me. I was hated, well hated, because I wasn't going for it. You couldn't tell me I ain't got no right to vote. I can't vote for who I want to vote for. I can't campaign for who I want to campaign. Or we got a problem. So I had that problem, y'all. So sometimes more chances than likely I get in my own way because of not having that equal playing field, and I get very serious about what I'm doing. They said, "James, you need to slow down, man. You need to, why don't you breathe and rest?" Somebody told me the other day, "Man, breathe and rest." When you got an opportunity like this, that you can go on the radio and media and talk to people, and there's a and people. Let's talk marketing just a little bit. I don't mean to give this away, but I got to say this. Um, Marketing wise, there is my brothers before me, Doug Banks and Tom Joyner. These were the brothers that paved the way for us to even get out here and do what Harvey is doing and what the uh, Smiley is doing, what those guys are doing. Okay, there's a market for it, and we have it now. Now, my thing is, don't get so excited, James, and let them take it away from you. Now, that's what I got a problem with. I don't want nobody coming around me and wanting to take it away, the
mm.
opportunity. But it's been that's my experience, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be quiet. I hush my mouth.
No, we want to hear from you. I want to hear from
Yeah,
all of you. I want to hear in the comments. I
we
really
we,
want
we
some
yeah.
call in.
Yeah, but what my thing is, and we're working on that too. My thing is, and I say this to our panel, and you know that you know where we're going with that, with this roller coaster that we go on, even as media personalities. Of what we're doing now, the elevation is coming. Things are happening. As my last affirmation that I did last week, I said things are happening, show enough, really fast. And if you're not ready for the ride, y'all can chime in on this. What about this ride we on? We're on this ride. I wake up one morning and all of a sudden the change has come. He said, in order for you to move forward, you got to change. There's a lot of things you be just saying, man, Lord, what in the world is going on? There it is, right there. I wanted to put that in. I'm not doing no more affirmation. I'm just doing that to show you this is what God put on me. He says when God says, when He says it's time, things happen quickly. So be ready. So I had my coat and I left my shoe and everything because he said, get ready. That means I got the roll, flip flops or whatever the case may be. So I've got the opportunity. I've experienced racism, but out of all of it, I've experienced more opportunities with who we are than anything in the world. Because they say, I didn't see it coming. Clunker, I didn't see him coming. That's what we're doing. They ain't seen us coming yet, but we got something up. I like to surprise people. That's where the favor comes in. I'm quiet now. All right, y'all, go
Well,
ahead and
James,
do this.
let me give you a little bit of advice. If you stay ready, then you don't have to get ready.
All right now. All right now.
Mm-mm.
All right now.
Well, say it again for the audience in the back there. I
For the
said what it
people in
said.
the back.
Say it again.
I
Go ahead,
said
say it.
if you stay ready, then you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about getting ready. And that's one motto that I've always lived by. I've always tried to be stay ready, so I don't have to get ready, and you don't have to prepare because you know what your gift is. And if it's your gift, then if you work it and you use your gift, then you don't have to get ready because you are. If you stay ready, you don't have to worry about getting ready.
All
That's
right.
right.
It's already there.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I want to
And
piggyback
and and,
on the
and
word.
yeah.
I want to piggyback on the word change. This is what I will say. Since we have those 52 CEOs heading up those Fortune 500 companies, what I would hope is that we can meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? When we see the injustices happening in the workplace, say something. When we see, I hope that our white women counterpartners, when they see that it's gender bias and women are head of those companies, I'm hoping that we all can meet in the middle and try to really make true change for them. Really. So I'm hoping. I've got hope. And those are my final words. I'm not gonna say anything else. Anybody got anything else to
Well,
say before we go to break?
come
Well,
on
I
in there,
just
y'all. Y'all.
go ahead, James.
Go ahead.
No, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just listening. Go ahead.
All right.
Well,
Well,
I just want to piggyback off of that. Like I said, it's been an eye-opening experience for everybody since the Orange Man was in charge, and I believe he's activated something that's just been kind of quiet, and everybody's been, going along to get along. And so I think the women are all coming together now. I really believe that, and I really feel like if Miss Harris make it, I really feel like it's going to make a difference for the next generation, and it's going to show everybody that they need to work together because we're all striving for the same goal. It's not me against you as far as women go. And women need to get that out their heads. It's so many times that women are jealous of each other, and we're gonna have to put that aside and realize that we're all working for the same goal, and that's just to get rights, to get our equal rights. Because not only are Black people rights being taken away, women rights are being taken away, and so we're all going to have to work together to get our rights back. And so I believe this is the beginning of the change, as you guys have stated today. And I feel like women are changing, and we're all coming together to try to make our place in this world because all women have been left behind, along with the Black people, in my opinion.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I want you guys to take away too. I looked at yesterday
Keep
Roland
trying to tell people
Martin.
women don't fight. Though. I
Roland
don't know nothing
Martin.
about all that. I ain't. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Roland Martin had a special on last night, Black Men for Harris. I took a look at it. What I am so championing and rallying is that I saw all of those Black men supporting Vice President Harris last night. I called James. I called the producer, Jay. I called everybody that I know. I'm like, look at Roland. I really Black men, I really need you all to get involved. I know that it's hard having a woman in charge. I get that because you've been conditioned and institutionalized otherwise.
Oh, wait
But
a
this
minute.
is
Well,
a
why we
year.
all wait a
Well,
minute? Hold on, hold on, hold on.
let me speak on that. Let me
I
speak
Yeah,
on
I
know
was
that.
I wake
ready
the
to get
panel
that.
up.
I would like
I
Wait a
I would
know
minute.
like
I
to
Hold
wake
say
it up.
I would like to say a couple words on that. Not too
on. Help him
many.
out. B. Help him
And
out.
and
Help
and,
him out.
and that would be
Wow.
I would say I would make a misnomer on that because my wife, my ex-wife was a very decorated woman. I mean, she had two master's degrees. She was the national president of the social workers union. I mean, she holds a high office in DCFS. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you something. Every morning, I rooted her on everything that she did, and she is a psychoanalyst. She has a private practice at night, and she's well decorated. And she'll tell you, I supported every time, everything that she actually does, every idea she would bounce off me. I was her biggest fan. Never felt threatened. Always felt like I was her biggest fan, and always uplifted her. I like to see successful black people. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care what kind of sexual organ you got. I'm going to support you, and,
And I
and I've
wish that we
always
had,
done that.
and I wish that we had more men like that. But what I will say last night is in those conversations, there were men coming in speaking live about it. They have a real problem with women being in charge of them.
But then you
Yes,
put it in.
you're absolutely
So, but
right,
wait, hold
Robin.
on. Okay, no, but she's right. But then again, when you put everybody in the now, I know I'm a knucklehead. I said it again. I said what I said, and Robin and all y'all that know me a little bit there, I said it. Sometimes I do, but now I got sense enough to know that I'm not trying to cross nobody. You know where I'm going with that? I'm not
Mhm.
that type of guy. I mean, I may not be a lot of things, but then there's some things that I'm just not. I'm just saying, I know that you didn't say it like that. See, somebody say y'all woke us up and see Robin started all and her and I said what I said, and then James sneaks in the bushes and he hides and let us get whooped. I got you. See what he's saying? He said, "Yeah, speak the truth." I said, I hear you out there." But I just wanted to piggyback on what Lee had said. He said, "Wait a minute, now we supportive. We're gonna do what we have to do, but it has to be even in any venue, you got to make sure that your family is secure. We're media personalities. Okay, people may not jump up on us and holler and scream or anything. But nine times out of ten, if you hear our voice, you're gonna say, I heard you." Wouldn't it be shocking? Somebody wherever you are right now, come up and you hear Robin at the counter fussing at somebody. That's that lady on the Mac Man Morning Show. And who to do? Ain't you on that man show that talking all this stuff? And with I said that Mr. Lee and all that, and Yvonne and all Yvonne, they're gonna call some of them country folks say Yvonne. But and this is what we have to we that we will be dealing with as people, as human beings, men and women that contribute to media. So that's on that side. I got you, Lee. See, I ain't gonna leave you out there like James left us out there in the bushes. And
Well,
No,
yeah, James, I'm talking.
James, let me push back on that a little bit.
come on. I
Uh,
said what I said. Come on, get him.
Now it was on national
Uh,
TV. I don't know if anybody watched Good Times or not. That's kind of telling our age. But even on Good Times, remember when Florida was? We remember when they went to the store to get the job, and they gave Florida the job, and James didn't get it, and he got mad at her.
Yeah,
And
that's
wait
so
a
true.
minute.
it's
Now,
not
I
see,
Robin
heard
not
the
speaking.
point.
But the
wait
Robin
thing
a
is
minute.
not
is,
Heard
Why
the
speaking.
is it
point.
always a Dave?
Robin is not speaking a foreign language. Just, I mean, you guys are an exception to the
uh,
rule because
no, no,
most
That's
no,
I
not
ain't
an
times,
even.
exception. I
no.
want
I
most
would
to
say
hear
we're not
you,
a
Lynn.
we're not
One
an
moment.
exception. I would say we're not an
Guys.
exception.
One
I,
moment,
I
guys.
say you
One
Yeah.
guys are an exception to the rules because I'm a woman and I've been married and I know how it goes. I'm not saying that you guys are wrong, but 9 times out of 10, a lot of times, um, just in my life experience, I've been told that I'm too smart and I speak too much, and a lot of times men are intimidated by an educated woman. I'm sorry. They just
No.
are. And once I got my
Okay.
degree in business, that took me a little bit higher. And, anytime I speak, I make sure that I research, things that I don't know. And sometimes that's intimidating to a man. And so a lot of men, I'm sorry, but you guys are being left by the wayside. You don't want to a lot of men don't want to go to college.
All
I'm
right.
not putting everybody in one
Well,
bucket. I'm really not.
I
But
understand what you're saying.
the
All right.
statistics are
Let
out
me say.
there.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Let
it look
me
like
say
I
this.
stirred something up. Look like I stirred something
Yeah,
up.
you did. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I want to bring this to your attention. Listen, our time is run. See, that's why we need to have an extension to our YouTube audience. We're going to start working on those on that work. to get an extension of this conversation because we cut it and we're just doing what's right. We're here at WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. You're listening to the Mac Man Morning Show with our panel. Y'all stirred something up. That was Robin's them fault. They did that to Lee. Lee, I was on your side. James is in the bushes. We'll holler at him later. I don't know, James. Don't do us like that no more. But anyway, I want to say to everybody, hey, listen, great show. We're going to come back again on tomorrow with the same time, same place. Y'all going to hear some more. We're going to extend this conversation. I said what I said. Lee and all of us, Robin, everybody, we're glad that you came on to listen to us this morning on the Mac Man Morning Show. I'm James Mack, your man on the street, and we will be back on tomorrow. Same time, same station, WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial.
It's a Mac Man morning show. 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 Sitting in home when you're in your car. It's a Mac Man morning show. No matter if you need far. It's a Mac Man morning show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's a Mac Man morning show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Mac Man morning show. It's a 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 Mac Man morning show.
All right, all right. And